Here is how close American soccer is to opening its ecosystem 100% with promotion and relegation. And the most common claim against promotion and relegation in USA Soccer is, oh, we're just not ready yet. And it's this vague reference to some magical point where I don't know what it is, if there's a certain point of lower division interest or growth or a certain point of MLS success that we get to that ultimately gets us to a ready point. I don't know where exactly that is, and no one's been able to accurately explain that. What that is essentially an excuse to have goalposts that can be moved into endless eternity. So after 5 years, we're not ready yet, give us 10 more years. And then we get almost to that 10-year mark, and look, lo and behold, it's moved 10 more years further. So there isn't a ready point. You're always at the ready point as a governing soccer federation, in our case, U.S. Soccer Federation. We're always ready to implement an open system. Again, you don't go from closed system to open system overnight. It doesn't happen in 6 months. There is a preparation period involved. But what needs to come first is an official declaration from the governing soccer federation. So, for example, it is 2018. We're about to get a new U.S. soccer president in a couple of days here. We're in mid-February. And let's say I became president of U.S. Soccer. And, of course, my main priority of my platform would be we got to open the system. It is the key to solving 90% of American soccer's problems. They're mostly symptomatic of closed system policies. So first thing I'll do is say we are going to open the system in 3 to 5 years. So let's just say 2022, fall of 2022 will be our go live date. We're going to move the calendar to a fall spring calendar. We'll line our season up with the rest of the world. And then we're going to open Division 1 ultimately in the fall of 2022. So that gives us about 4 years to prepare. And now once we have that date firmly set, we can begin the preparation period. And this is the period where you do see that growth needed to strengthen the lower divisions and organize the lower divisions in a manner that makes it a reasonable open promotional relegation system. So right now, as things stand, yes, you could say that things aren't quite ready in the lower divisions, but that's because no one's investing. There's little interest that's being poured into the lower divisions because there is no ROI, return on investment. There is no hope of ultimately gaining the profits of making it to USA Soccer's Division 1. So if you establish that date and then enter a preparation period, now clubs all of a sudden have tangible timelines to start to build under. So now if I own a lower division club, I start preparing. So as let's say we have prerequisites published to each division for entry to each division. For example, we could have a stadium prerequisite in Division 1 of 8,000 or more people and whatever the adequate locker room, bathroom facilities you need beyond that. I will make the appropriate adjustments during this preparation period so that I can ultimately meet the prerequisites. And maybe I'm a Division 6 club that isn't going to be able to meet D1 prerequisites in 4 years, but of course it's going to take me 6 years to get up to Division 1 anyways by winning my way up. So I could just build as we go along. But I will make some adjustments as I prepare for life in possibly Division 5 or Division 4 if I have a good first couple of years after 2022, the open date. So as you can see, we are kind of putting the cart before the horse when it comes to getting ready for promotion relegation. The first step that has to happen is a governing soccer federation declaring a go-live date for an open system. So that is literally something you can do your first day in office. new U.S. soccer president. So as soon as the spring of 2018 here, we can set a date, and if it needs to be longer than 4 years, so be it. And we can even adjust it as needed, reasonably, not pushing it forward another decade, but maybe a year. Okay, we can adjust it forward. That should give us plenty of time or for enough clubs to ready themselves for a position in the first division on down. So we need a federation that's bold enough to make this policy change. Set a go-live date for promotion relegation, give us an open system date, and the market will mobilize accordingly, or all the people in clubs in the USA Soccer ecosystem. And then what happens if clubs don't like the idea of federally or federation mandated promotion relegation system? Are they going to hold up the show? So for example, MLS doesn't want it. We can't convince them to join in. No problem. We just say, hey, guess what? Divisional sanctions are reserved for open leagues only. Closed leagues don't get divisional sanctions. Leagues like NFL, NBA, MLB, which are the same 30 teams year after year, they don't need a Division I sanction, so why should MLS need one? You can go operate on your own. You can be under U.S. Soccer, but you don't get our divisional sanctions and the entries into CONCACAF Champions League and the Club World Cup competition. So basically, you just give MLS an ultimatum, or any other league or set of clubs that wants to abstain. You just give an ultimatum. Say, hey, you're free to operate as you are. We're not going to touch you. If you want to go off on your own and not participate in the open system, have at it. But you don't get a divisional sanction. We're going to reserve that for leagues that want to fold into the open system, the connected, united, tiered pyramid. So no problem. And then maybe MLS clubs, some will want to jump ship from MLS and come over, become independent clubs and come over to the open system. The more the merrier. I think that's a great option for everybody. MLS is kept safe, or anyone that doesn't want to participate is kept safe. But at the same time, we move American soccer to the 21st century, to 2018, to the future of U.S. soccer, and we finally align ourselves with the essence of global soccer, which is about equality and opportunity for all. We won't achieve American soccer's potential until we finally align ourselves with the model that the wildly successful global soccer community uses right now. So, U.S. Soccer Federation, do the right thing. Declare an open system. Give us a timeline to build towards a preparation period. The market will mobilize. You'll see wild investment and interest. You see interest and investment explode in individual clubs when the whiff of inauthentic MLS promotion is brought up as a possibility for them. Just imagine if thousands of clubs had real incentive, if they had a few good years to get promoted up to USA Soccer Division I. You'll see U.S. Soccer go from operating at 5% of its potential to something above 90%, a true achievement of our vast American soccer potential. So U.S. Soccer Federation, if you won't align with FIFA's mandates of promotion relegation, then unfortunately we're going to have to replace you with an alternate federation. So that's our ultimate trump card that we have here if this current U.S. Soccer Federation can't do its job. We'll start a new American Soccer Federation. FIFA will desanction the current USSF Federation and sanction our new American Soccer Federation, and we'll be good to go. So if you like this video, make sure to share it out across social media and also subscribe right here to my channel. And I'll talk to you soon.